Oh, hello, man. Nice cooking. Thank you very much. Mompo 8805. How's it going? I'm just chilling here drawing what I was trying to draw yesterday. Thing attached here somewhere. The back of her hair. Kind of like a rope. Like an ornamental rope. Okay. I think the line art is just about finished. Some finishing touches, I guess. Okay. This thing indicates that there's a seam there. Um, gonna get rid of this symbol for now. I've been getting a lot of advice that I should get kind of move past the line art phase, but I love the line art. I like this process. Some artists just skip the line art, and after they sketch, they just paint over it. And I gotta admit, they actually look really good. I want to do something like that, but at the same time, I enjoy drawing line art. And it takes a lot more time. I know. I'm not in a hurry. Okay, this certainly does not look right. So much better. I want to add like wave there. It doesn't look too boring. And maybe a little bit here too. There you go. That's fine. I'm gonna try to add a lot more blacks than what I usually do here. Okay, I think that's it for the line art. Oh yeah, the fingers. I want her to bend these two fingers. They would appear smaller than normal. Shoutout po, pre boss. Oh, shoutout pala kay Jason Garcia. Maglaro na tayo, uy. Shout out to my buddy Jason. Uh, yeah. This one, this finger looks too stiff. So, just that there. Actually, no, that's fine. I still actually have problems drawing hands, as you can tell. Mm, we're gonna get back to that to the hands, okay? I might look for a reference later on. Oh, it's going like this because I'm trying to imply wind. It's the same with her hair, and yeah, her kimono will act a little bit differently because she's doing this motion. Okay, I think I'm just about ready to color this thing. I wonder. Hmm, what else can I add? I don't really know. Alright, don't know then just freaking color it now. Ah, yeah, the crown. I forgot her crown. This attaches to here. Really like kind of like that. Color na tayo. Ayusin ko lang yung layers ko. Gonna fix my layers. Oops. And then, oh, I got out the masking face. Ba't ganun? Why is it like that? Oh, here it is. Problem. Okay. More layers. So I skin, eye and color, hair layer, and shadow layer. Multiply. 33%. Duplicate, light layer, overlay. Boom. Okay, yan lang muna. Tapos, yung skin should be pale, like pale pink. Parang ganyan. Para cheeks, diba? Yan, para cheeks. Yung buhok. Yung natin parang ganyan. Parang dirty white. Same din sa eyebrows niya, eyelash niya. Mamaya natin kulayan yung mata. Or the eyes later. Okay. Kuhan din natin ng background yan. Siya ng black. Pangit. Ano ba yan? Ano pagputi? Ba? Pwede. Pula na ano. Pula na loob. Pang loob niya. Ayusin ko pala yung daliri niya. Pangit tingnan. Her hands doesn't look good. I'm trying to say. And then now we're gonna add gold for the ornaments. This is gold. Okay. Looks good naman. Mukhang ayos naman to. Ano bang kailangan na? Yung mata nga pala. Siyempre pula din yan. We're gonna add red to her eyes. Oops. Wrong layer. Sure about this blue, but I just want to add some color before I decide what I want to color in the final stage. This rope's going to be red. I can always change that blue anyway. Right now, I actually kind of like it, but I'm not sure of it. Okay. Gonna add more red. Red's gonna be the secondary color, and white the primary color. What if we do yellow? Ah, wait. Give me a sec. Oh, blue actually looks kind of fine, right? Look at this. All right, we're gonna do blue. We're gonna get rid of the red. We're gonna add some red. What's for? Oh, look at that. Okay, so much better. So we're gonna add the blue as a secondary color. And red will be in an accented color, right? Okay. Be white ropes here. Tie everything together. Just very quickly. It's gonna be really small detail. Nobody's gonna bother to look at this. But I want it to look good, you know? Okay. Coloring's done. I gotta fix the fingers. Sorry, I gotta get back to the line art. And what we're gonna do is look for a reference We'll look for a reference so we'll know how to draw that pose. Okay, I think I found it. Let's see if we can do better. Something like that. No, that looks terrible. That's not bad. Okay, we'll stick with this for now. Very, very rough. Game Doraemon. You using 16-inch? No, I'm using a 22-inch Huion canvas. Um, yeah, something after that. It's 22-inch. I get the big stuff, you know. Her his her thumb shouldn't show as much because it's like right behind here. But I still want to draw it. No, we'll worry about the thumb later. Right now, that looks way better than what I had before, which was this. Yeah, looks like I don't know, it looks terrible, but that's so much better. That pose. Just have to clean it now. Yeah. Ooh. 200 to bend this last part of the finger. Okay, that looks so much better. So much more dynamic. Okay. Yeah. I don't normally draw like this, but it's just I don't want to redraw the entire, like, do another sketch and draw over the sketch. This is just a faster method when revising parts of the body, at least for me. It's also a slower process than normal. Okay. I think it's better. What do you guys think? Should be the thumb. Does that look right? I don't think it looks right. Okay, that looks righter. Lack of a better word. Give her rings? Maybe. No. Do that? Nah, nah, nah. Makes it too obvious that because she has a story where she has a double life. She's supposed to be like an empress, but at the same time, she sneaks out and becomes somebody else, like a commoner. And her that version of her wears something similar. It goes like that. If I do it with her, it makes it obvious in the story that they're the same person. It's not supposed to be obvious. If that makes sense. Okay. I'm really not good at drawing fingers, but I guess that's passable. Let's see where this goes. Hey. Alright, we're gonna add a light source now. Hmm. Maybe right there. Or we could put in front of her and do like a really cool rim light here. Okay, let's do that. And let's add a secondary light that's much weaker right there, and the bottom too. That's going to be the bounce light. Maybe it's a bit too early, but we're gonna add a little bit of effects too. I have a brush for like something like that. Nope, too much. Okay, that's too much. That's actually pretty good, but I can do better. Just want something subtle. There you go. Very subtle. Subtle. Alright. Now we're gonna render her. The way I would render this is I actually don't know how to make my own color palette. So what I do is paint like a traditional painter. So we're gonna get a blue, a dark blue for the shadow, and we're gonna put that there. It'll be darker. And then for the skin, her shadow should be a little bit redder. Okay. Then for the light, just just take a really nice blue, bright blue right there. And what I'm gonna do is like a traditional painter. I'm gonna take my color picker and just jump in between these three colors. Okay, so let's start with the skin. And then using my magic wand, we're going to do the shadows for the thing. Okay, and I like that. Let's actually test out the blue shadow for the skin. Since it's a blue light, we can do better. That's the color I want. Okay, let's try that for the skin. I don't know. It looks good. Let's render the skin. So the light is coming from up above, so this part should be illuminated. Right there. Yeah, she should have a eyeshadow here. Okay. At the moment, it doesn't have to be perfect. I also want to, like, the hair is casting a shadow, so we're going to do something like this. Like, we're gonna follow the hair. Right? That looks nice. Underneath the nose, it's also going to cast a shadow, and under this part of the lips. Not sure about her jaw. Looks off. Let me try to revise it. And turn off all the colors. I think that needs to go down a little bit more, doesn't it? Like this. Yeah, that's so much better. Wait, let me just do a better line. Okay, so much better. be a lot stronger. Something like that. For the hands, it's gonna be very easy. Okay. Let's leave it like that. Good morning. And that's it for the skin for now. Later on, we're gonna add a second layer of shadow. Just for the inner shadows. Those hard to reach places. Let's just focus on the hair. You know, I haven't done this in a while. I totally forgot how to render hair. But let's just trust our fundamentals for the lighting. Okay. And a lot of these should be in shadow now. Like that. Okay, I guess. Alright, that's a nice base. A good start. I want to do something with the hair, something new. So I'm gonna look for a reference again. I'm just using Pinterest for references, okay? It's gonna be hard to find a reference that's not made by AI. Okay, maybe Google is better. Okay. I didn't find a reference, but I'm just gonna trust myself here. I used to be really good at drawing hair. I haven't really drawn or painted like this in a really long time since I started my manga. I've just been drawing black and white, so this is It's just coming back to me very slowly, okay? This is looking good so far, right? Actually, we're gonna light this up here later. This darker part, we're gonna add an overlay layer and just make that light up because this is strong light source in front of her, so all of that should be in lighting. And the key is just subtlety. Little strands like this. Give me a sec. I think to add the texture here, I really need to rely on this light source. Because this is going to be gold, and to paint gold is just like painting any other metal material. You need to identify the light source. Okay. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna add some randomness here into like the shine of the gold. most of this is going to be in light, except for the bottom part where the hair is now obstructed. Later on, I'll show you a trick on how to if I have time, I'll show you a trick to get rid of the line art, or at least make it not show as much, which is just simply color the line art. It's not really a trick, it's not a secret. um yeah, okay, I'm just adding some random um reflections here, maybe, right? Something like that. And then the overlay layer that I'll add later on will add a lot of shine to the gold. So this part is where the bounce light is going to be hitting. So I have to be really careful about my shadow here. It has to be really subtle. Yeah, something like that. Just subtle. That's the keyword for today. Okay. Flowers is in the area where the bounce light is, so they're not going to be too lit. Maybe just a small part here. Like that. She's starting to take shape, guys. Okay, starting to take shape. Again, I know you're gonna hate that. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's looking good. Notice the ribbon. They should be filled with bounce light only, except for some parts. Like this part here should be lit up really, really nice. This part here. Okay, all right, that's the first layer. I'm gonna darken. Okay, that's so much better. Look at that. Okay, I'm happy where this is. I just need to adjust some parts of the hair, like this part here. The bounce light is too weak. Okay, and this part here, there are no bounce light, so fix that there too. Oh man, that's so much better. We can probably reduce the line art for now by erasing some parts of it that I don't really need. Give me a sec, I'll do that shortly. Let's just erase this part here. I don't need that. I don't need this either. Okay, maybe I need that. Ooh, what's wrong there? Okay. I will keep that imperfection for now. Alright, that's looking good for me already. However, we're gonna take it even further. And we're gonna add a second layer of shadow. And this is going to be for my inner shadows, which are the shadows that are really tucked in, like objects that are close to each other. For example, this armband is really close to her hand, so it's gonna cast a stronger shadow. It just makes it look cel shaded, and it's really subtle. I'm also going to use the inner shadow to add a little bit of texture to the painting. You'll see a little later on. But the ears has a lot of inner shadow because it's just a really tight place. A lot of interlapping skin there. Especially here on the hair. Very subtle, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna fix some mistakes here too. And maybe we'll add a little very subtle shadow like that. Yeah, so much better. At the end of the rendering process, I usually add what's called a terminator line. It's like the it goes right here on. I'll get better later when I get to it. This earring should be casting something. Okay, see? Looks so much better in my opinion. So without it, with it, yeah, so much better. Forgot to render the eyes. I'll do the eyes last, because I do something special with the eye. It's gonna make it really pop out. Okay, now for everything else. Okay, increasing the opacity actually didn't do me much favor in this part here. It looks so dirty. Just gonna fix that real quick. That looks good. Very subtle again. Oh, I forgot to render shadows for this area. I even have some imperfections here. Okay. Okay, that's so much better. I have to be really careful here to not overly complicate the hair. I like where it is right now, so we'll just leave it there. Okay. The inner shadow also helps hide the line art later on. Again, you'll see it later when I demonstrate how to do that. Sometimes I actually don't want to hide the line art. Okay. There's gonna be a very strong inner shadow here where the ribbon overlaps. We'll be casting a lot of shadows. That's it for your inner shadow. See? Oh, yeah, I forgot this part here. Oops. Okay, next is the overlay layer, which will be blue because there's a blue light source there. Start with the hair, yeah? Okay. Very anime. We're gonna light this entire part up. Oops. No. Where is it? This one. There you go. Maybe even a second layer of overlay. No, maybe not yet. Okay, there you go. That looks good. Does it look good? I might end the stream really soon. Just because my son is now again awake. And I gotta go be a dad for a while. Come back tomorrow. Actually, come back next week. I want to do a longer stream like I used to do, but I'm just so busy at the moment. Hey, I'm so packed with work. And I'm thinking of doing more long form videos where I don't have any time to do it at the moment. However, I have a script that's ready to be recorded. And we'll see if what I can do with that next week. No promises. There should be a light right underneath her eyes here. And over her lips. We're gonna add some color to her lips later. She looks really dead at the moment. Dead. Okay. Now for the gold, I'm gonna need more yellow light. Okay, that's coming to life. I want this material to be an unrefined gold plating. Like there's some imperfections to it, you know? That's really coming to life. See what I mean? Alright, now it looks like gold. We can even do more. My second layer of see? Now it really looks gold. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna end it here for now. Tomorrow, I'll try to stream again tomorrow and continue this, but most likely it'll be next week. And yeah, we'll finish this up. And I'm also going to pose her in a different way when that's gonna serve as a kind of like a cover for the manga. And I'll just show you a quick preview before I go. What I plan to do with this is she's going to have a cloak that goes like this, kind of like how Luffy has her gear when he goes into Gear 5th. He has this thing in his back. It's inspired by the cloak of Fujin, right? And then behind her, we're gonna like the floating around are the drums of Raiden, maybe, or just get rid of that. And what I plan to do is add lightning to her hand, like as if she's summoning lightning, and her hand is going this way. And yeah, it goes like this. Or what I originally planned to do is have the lightning wrap around her like that, behind her here, and go straight through there. Yeah, I think this idea is pretty dope, because then I can frame her like that and add the title screen over here. And then finally, one of my favorite things to do is patterns on the kimono. Right now she looks really boring, right? I will do that tomorrow too. That's going to be an entire drawing on its own. I mean, not tomorrow, we'll draw it next week. But the pattern of the kimono, I'm gonna put more effort to it. So it's going to be an entire drawing process on its own. You'll see. I'm really excited about that. I'm also planning to add more ornaments in her hair. I like the way she looks at the moment, but I think we could do better. Anyways, thank you very much for everybody that's watching. You guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.